currently work for an elected official candidate for office or news media?
Nope.
Alrighty. And as you may know, in November there will be an election in the United States Senate, Congress, and other offices. How likely are you to vote? Will you definitely, probably, or not vote?
I'm not registered to vote, and I never will vote, because it's pointless.
Okay. Alrighty, thank you for your time. Have a great day then.
You too.
Bye-bye.
And that, folks, is how you get rid of those political surveys. Because if they find out you're not registered to vote, or you can't vote, or you won't vote, especially if you're not registered, that's the key word. Tell them you're not registered. They take you off your list, like immediately. They don't want to call you back and bother you throughout the election process. Actually, they don't care if they bother you, but they don't want to take the time getting a survey from someone that's not registered. So I just now saved myself a whole bunch of crap phone calls. And you can be on the do not call list, doesn't matter, because the politicians made the law so that political calls can still come to your house. The federal do not call list is only for sales calls, but the politicians made damn sure that we don't weed out the political calls. It is still totally legal for them to call you over and over and over and ask all these questions. They're trying to get a feed on who they want to bother, and they just wipe me off that list because we don't want to bother a guy that's not even registered to vote. Rock on, baby. And by the way, I do vote, and I vote all the time. I vote even though I feel like it doesn't make a difference. You know, at the very minimum, at least locally, it makes a difference. I mean, your local city and county laws and ordinances, you can affect that pretty well. And your local officials, maybe even your state representatives. Forget the president, although this year is not a presidential election anyway. But because it all goes to electoral, it's all fixed in my opinion. It's the politicians got it figured out because they do this for a living, and they're going to line their own pockets. Proof is every politician lines their own pockets unless they write legislation to put themselves on the same social security system that we're on. Once a politician does that, that shows me that maybe that one person isn't in it to line their own pockets full of cash. I mean, these guys can afford to charter airplanes. Who can afford to charter airplanes? Really? Politicians, that's for damn sure. So, I do vote, yes. But I don't vote yes. I vote yes or no, one of the two, depending on what the issue is. And I'm not going to get into politics because I hate politics. But I will tell you how to get rid of people that scam you or bother you. And granted, a political phone call is not always a scam. In fact, quite often it's not. But they sure do bother you a lot, over and over and over, asking you questions, and you have no idea what they're doing with that information. But I just got myself off their list in a very efficient manner. I suggest you do the same. Tell them always, wouldn't that be great if every household in America that they called, you say, not registered to vote, I won't vote. They won't call any of us back. That's the way to vote them off my telephone. That's right.